How could this happen to us? We're moderators for a Filipino YouTube celebrities Discord server. Now we've got to deal with the CIA and the FBI. I'm Wow Mao. I run the Wow Mao YouTube channel and I own the Wow Mao Discord server.
Could you tell me about your YouTube channel? What are the sort of videos that you post?
I make sort of meme content. They're a bit nothing serious at all. Just whatever makes me laugh at the current moment, I make a video about it, and a lot of people seem to like it.
And some of those videos, I guess they're sort of funny interpretations of, I don't know, political events, perhaps. You've done some videos on Putin before, haven't you?
Yeah, I like to make fun of geopolitics, and I have a big interest in countries and cultures and groups of people and stuff like that.
How would you describe what Discord is?
Discord is a online chatting platform where you can voice call people or you can text people, and you can join servers that have themes around what might interest you.
You set up your own Discord server. It's called Wow Mao Zone. So what's the purpose of that server? Who are the sort of people that are using it?
The purpose of the server is just a way for people who watch my content to talk to each other or collaborate or hear new updates on what's going on my end of content creation. And the kind of people who joins it are, I'd say, my fans, people who are into a sort of edgy style of humor, sort of taking nothing seriously, and also have an interest in countries and politics and stuff like that.
What do you mean by edgy humor?
No respect for anything, really. I mean, of course, I don't like veer into territory that's hateful or just unnecessary or anything like that. But edgy humor is like attacking what you deem as ridiculous.
Could you give an example, perhaps?
Not off the top of my head now. I think I better watch my mouth if I'm talking about what edginess is on a news site.
You're a moderator on your Discord server, right? So could you again explain what a moderator is on Discord?
Oh well, it's just someone that controls discussions, making sure everyone's in line and following the rules. Because Discord does have rules on how you want your community to act. We try and make sure things don't go too out of line. Maybe some people want to start harassing some other people, or they're posting illegal stuff on there, and that's when we swoop in and deal with them. We ban them, we kick them, we tell them to shut up.
So when it comes to leaked intelligence documents, is that something that would be the responsibility of the moderator to control?
When it comes to leaked US military documents, that's not something the average person has to deal with in their lives. I suppose, yes, it is our responsibility to address things when stuff like that is being posted to a Discord server. I don't know, we just don't have much experience with that kind of thing.
A 21-year-old has been arrested in relation to these leaked documents. So did you ever come across Jack? Was in any way across Discord?
No, no, I don't think he's ever even been in my server.
So it's believed that he posted those documents to try and sort of impress his friends on that original server. And as someone who has a better insight into Discord than me and the sort of people that are using Discord, do you think that's a credible theory that he was just doing it to impress his friends?
Yeah, I think that's more than likely what's happened. If I can't think of any ulterior motive. He didn't seem to be a spy or anything like that, or some extremist who had a political grudge. He was a kid, clearly, and he posted on Discord.
Do you think people are often trying to sort of impress people on Discord? Is that sort of a general thing people are trying to do?
Not a general thing, no. That was just him.
Was it the 1st or 2nd of March that a user posted, I think it was around 30 Intel documents onto the WowMao server? So could you talk me through, I don't know, a quick timeline of when you noticed those documents and how that unfolded?
I believe it was posted on March 1st, but I didn't notice that they were posted on my server until it broke out into the news on just a week ago in April.
Could you explain why you wouldn't have noticed that the documents were there? Because I think they were on there for about a month until it came into the public eye.
No, I didn't notice the documents were there because I don't moderate my server much. I'm mainly focused on the content creation side of things. I've also got my own life to deal with, so I'm not really on Discord much.
So was it not brought to your attention at all that there were these Intel documents on your server?
No, I don't even know if much of my moderation team knew about it as well.
Why do you think that is?
Well, Discord moves very quickly. How chatting works. Once you send a message, it just piles on top of each other, so things can get lost very easily if there's a lot of people talking.
But I guess, like you said, no one really expects to see a ton of Intel documents published right in front of them. So was that not something that was a bit obscure or out of the normal?
It was absurd, yeah. It's very out of the normal, I feel.
Did you personally know about the user who had taken those documents from the original server and then posted it onto your server?
Yeah, I have known him for a while. In fact, he's just a kid from America. He's much younger than me.
Did you speak to him after the documents came into the public eye? How's he feeling?
No, I think he was completely overwhelmed and he's wiped everything from the internet. Any way I could contact him, it's all gone.
Do you perhaps know the incentive as to why he published those documents onto your server?
Probably to impress people. Probably because he found it funny that he has leaked US military documents. Nothing serious. Well, it is serious that he had those, but his intentions weren't, I feel.
So you did know who he was.
Well, I didn't know his name or his exact age, but I did talk to him.
Was that prior to the documents being leaked on the server?
Yeah, but nothing related to that.
So I guess people might ask how, if you were aware of this guy on your Discord server, how did you not know that he posted those documents onto your server and they'd been published there for over a month?
I didn't talk to him at all after he posted the documents. And any discussions I had with him before uh, didn't have any sign or telling that he had the potential to do this kind of thing.
So when the leaked documents came out into the public eye and your name was printed across different media outlets, newspapers, how's that had an impact on you? How did you feel?
It made me have to talk about my community and I defend myself a little bit. Some people wanted clarification that I wasn't the leaker or I condoned this happening, especially when I said it was a little bit funny. So there are some articles that have posted British university students at the center of leaks, and that applies that I leaked it myself. And I thought, oh God, I'm never going to reveal my name or face. Absolutely not. And I get comments like, he's not a British national, he's a Filipino, we should send him back, or we should get the police on his door, let's see if it's funny then. And I thought, I didn't do anything wrong.
Do you think you didn't do anything wrong?
No, my only fault is that a guy who leaked private documents liked my content. I don't even think my content's that edgy. Well, I don't think my content is that offensive. It's not that kind of edgy humor you'd probably prescribe to a right-wing extremist. Yeah, well, I'm not one myself. First of all, I'm Filipino. I don't think I hold any right-wing views. But that's just me defending myself in case a future employer sees my videos and sees leaked US military documents and right-wing nationalist community upon searching up my name. But that's not who I am at all, I feel. I just hope nothing bad comes out of this, such as like one side winning the war, or someone I know getting locked up, or myself getting in a load of trouble that may ruin my life, such as I don't know, my name coming out.
When you said like one side winning the war, what did you mean by that?
I don't completely understand what the documents say, but I assume one side could use this information to perhaps launch an attack that kills people. That would be a negative outcome of this.
And which side are you referring to?
Well, as I said, I don't know much about what the documents say, so it could be Russia against Ukraine or Ukraine against Russia.
Do you want to elaborate on that?
No, I don't. I don't really know much. And that's what I'm basically saying is that that would be a very negative outcome.
Do you think that on your server there were any sort of suggestions of conversations about Ukraine, Russia, anything like that?
Well, since everybody in my server is interested in geopolitics and stuff like that, people are talking about the Russia-Ukraine war there. Yeah.
And what's the general conversation?
I can't say. I'm sure most people are in favor of Ukraine, obviously.
Bellingcat linked that a few of the users on your server are also linked to the original server. And it was interesting because Bellingcat said that in that original server there was use of racial slurs, also links to like the Orthodox Christianity community, conservative beliefs, things like that. Do you think that your server had any similar sort of interests like that?
Yeah, I would say my server did have an interest in that. That's a view that doesn't align with my own, but that's just sort of the kind of people that have been attracted to my content. And maybe that's something I have to reevaluate about myself, or at least how I moderate my server.
When you say you think that's those sort of people are interested in your content, why do you think that is?
Because I talk about countries and I talk about stuff that they would get, like video games like Horror 4, Hearts of Iron 4 or EU4. That's something big in their communities that I play myself, but they're just video games. Um, I just talk about things that someone who would be on the internet for a long time would know.
Do you think that those sort of topics are common across Discord?
Yeah, I'd say they are. It's not just my server, it's just any sort of server where there's people that spend all their lives on the internet would talk about.
And what do you think it is about Discord that brings people with those sort of beliefs together?
It's for gamers. It was originally meant for gamers, so it was never supposed to be a platform that could be taken seriously like Zoom or Riverside. It was for young people, basically. Discord's for the youth.
But it's not just young people, it's people with who are using racial slurs, things like that.
Oh, those are young people. Those are young people, yeah.
Do you think that that's a description that can be applied to all young people?
Well, no, of course not, but the kind of person that uses Discord and leaks private documents, I'd say, yeah.
Do you think that the sort of environment in which your Discord server created and the sort of conversations people were having, edgy humor, do you think perhaps that allowed an environment in which people thought that they could share documents like that?
No, I don't think so. I don't think any sort of community you could make, aside from like a hack or so, is an appropriate place to post documents like that. It's probably been posted there because it's an inappropriate place.
As a moderator, like you said, you're in control of moderating the content that's on there. And perhaps because you didn't, moderate in a sense, those sort of topics of conversation, that again, that perhaps gives a bit of responsibility to you.
Well, what should I have done? Should I have, if I didn't even know the documents were posted there, should I have just stayed on my server more just in case anybody posted military documents? I mean, that wasn't something I was even looking out for in the first place.
Do you think that you will reconsider your presence on Discord?
Well, I don't know if I'm going to spend more time on it. My moderation team, because it's not just me, I do have a moderation team, has pledged to make sure things like this doesn't happen again. So we don't want that at all.
And how many people are on this moderator team?
I've got no idea.
You've got no idea. Is it that many?
No, I'm sure it's a lot. It's that many, yeah.
But no one came across these leaked documents on there for a month?
No, I don't think so.
Have you been speaking to users on your server about what's been going on in these Intel leaks?
Have had to speak to them to discuss what we're going to do about the server. We've completely wiped everything, so those documents can't be found. We're making sure that new people who join the server can't post images or documents yet until they've been verified as a reliable person.
Have you spoken to people about how they felt when they heard about this Intel leak? And what were they saying?
How they felt? Well, they were freaking out.
Why were they freaking out?
Because it's this community they've built up and been a part of for years is suddenly changing forever with all this exposure, and leaking private military documents is a serious business. Though Yeah, okay, some of them might have found it funny as well.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it's because it's absurd. How could this happen to us? We're moderators for Filipino YouTube celebrities Discord server, and now we've got to deal with the CIA and the FBI.
And when you said that people were scared about losing this community that they built up over time, could you perhaps elaborate on what you mean by that?
Now, people have been on here for years talking with other people, and every moderator has been there for at least 2 years. So for them to lose everything was a bit tough to deal with. In fact, it's a big reason why the server hasn't been deleted as a whole. It's because of this community.
Do you think users are perhaps worried about what people might find on there about what they've posted themselves?
Maybe some embarrassing stuff, but nothing as big as a US document leak.
What do you think could count as embarrassing?
I don't know. What stuff do you talk about within your within your fandoms, you know?
Like edgy humor, maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
So would you count that edgy humor as something that perhaps you'd be comfortable sharing online but not saying in person?
Yeah, I'd say the majority of people would see it that way.
And why would you think that?
A big part of edgy humor is never having accountability, or at least for people who don't use it well.
Do you perhaps think that this Intel leak has proved that if you post something online, you can still be held accountable for it?
Yep, definitely. You can ask the leaker himself if he ever gets out.